Hi, this is Michael and welcome to Icona Health and Research Consult. Please don't forget to subscribe and also like our videos as well. Today I'm going to talk about one of the most important special tests, that is Schober's test. Schober's test is normally used in ankylosing spondylitis. That is when there is limited range of motion of the spine. So in order to conduct Schober's test, you need few things. One of the things that you need is a marker, and the second most important thing you need is a tape measure. So one of the landmarks that you are going to use when it comes to Schober's test is the posterior superior iliac spine. Most commonly, if you want to identify the posterior superior iliac spine, you can palpate the dimple of your patient. So when you palpate the dimple of your patient, you trace it medially. So as you trace it medially, that should be your first landmark. So you mark the place, your first landmark, and you measure 5 centimeters below your first landmark. 5 centimeters below your first landmark, and you measure 10 centimeters above your first landmark. So 10 centimeters above your first landmark will be here. So you take a measure here. So in all, you are having 15 centimeters over here. Now you instruct your patient to bend as if he wants to touch the toes with the hand. So as the patient is bending, one of the things that you should take note is that the patient is not flexing the knee. So when the patient bends the spine to touch the toes, then you take another measurement from your second reference point to your third reference point, and the difference that you will have should be more than 5. If the difference is not more than 5 centimeters, then it means that this patient has limited range of motion in the spine. Let's move on to the practical section where we use a real model to illustrate this principle, or perhaps the special test. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube videos. Hi, welcome back to the practical section where we are going to demonstrate how to use the Schober's test in order to check whether there is limited flexibility of the spine or not. So over here we need our landmark, and our first landmark, as we spoke of, is the dimple. So we check our dimple and we palpate it medially. So we trace it medially and we put a mark there. So this is our first reference point. So our first reference point. Then we measure 5 centimeters below our first reference point. So 5 centimeters below our first reference point. And we measure 10 centimeters above our first reference point. So 10 centimeters above the first reference point. So in all, we have 15 centimeters. Now the principle says that if the patient bends and you take the measurement again and the difference is below 5 centimeters, then the patient has limited spine range of motion. So now we instruct our patient to bend down as if he wants to touch the toes. And as the patient is bending, one of the things you should look at is the knee is not flexed. So you measure the whole distance again, and we have 23 centimeters. So if you subtract 15 from 23 centimeters, you have 8 centimeters. That means that the patient range of motion for the spine is intact. Therefore, this patient has no problem with the spine. This is Icona Health and Research Consult. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.